Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now we're taking a look at Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe for the Sega MegaDrive, or Sega Genesis if you're in North America. Now, not so long ago I reviewed the Commodore Amiga version and absolutely loved it, and I still think it's one of the greatest games on the system. So let's see what's, let's have a look at another 16-bit version. So you've got a choice between music and FX, FX only or music only. I have to admit, I'm not impressed with the quality of that music I just heard. It's clearly the same tune as in the Amiga version, but it doesn't have the same punchy instrument samples as in the Amiga version. So you've got Knockout, League, Cup and Practice, just like in the Amiga version. Pretty much self-explanatory, really. We'll do round one. There are 2 rounds per match, and you can beef up your team between the 2 rounds. So we're up against the Renegades, and there you can see that their capabilities are a bit more advanced than ours, hence ours are only 100 for each of the different strengths, whereas theirs. So we seriously need to think about beefing up the midfield and attack in particular. We got music here, which wasn't in the Amiga version. So go to the gym. So you can beef up the whole team at once. You can beef up individuals, or you can beef up an area. In this case, we'll beef up the defense just a little bit. And you've got the money in the bottom left corner of the screen there, 1,730. But as I saw from that earlier screen, we need to concentrate on beefing up midfield and attack in particular, to at least get them closer to the 160 odd that the Renegades are in those areas. We're not going to be able to beef it up totally to that amount because there's not, apart from anything else, there's not enough money. The 110 is not going to be nearly enough to beef up anything else now, so we may as well just get on with and that's our motley crew on the right there. That's our team, and you do have substitutes areas as well. Well, it's got that get ready sample from the Amiga version. Oh dear, what's up with the sound samples? The sound samples, they're not hardcore like they are in the Amiga version. It doesn't suit the game. Controls are nice and responsive, I'll give it that. Oh, damn it. Oh, that replay speech sample wasn't great. It cut off very early, and sounds a bit rough around the edges. I'm really not impressed with these sound effects. Score multiplier, quickly get that coin. And I'll get 15 points because of that score multiplier, multiplying all my scoring by 1.5. I would have only got 10 points of that had I. If you light up all 5 of those stars, you'll get a bonus that can't be taken away from you. But of course, if the opponents hit those stars, they can turn them off as well. So, and those coins that are around the place, yeah, you can pick those up to help get you money to beef up your team later. So, ideally, you want to be picking those up as well. I'll get double points for everything now. Oh, damn it, miss. I mean, it's a nice touch that you get music during the game as well, but it's just a shame it doesn't sound, the sounds of samples aren't as punchy as they are in the Amiga version. These sound effects are so weak. Oh, damn it. They're still only going to get 10 points because they don't have the double score multiplier that I've now got. And oh, they've just lit up one of their... They've lit up one of their stars now. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it can be annoying when it switches to a player when you didn't particularly want it to. That's what happened there. It suddenly switched to my goalie when I wasn't expecting it to, and I ended up getting my goalie to dive out of the way, and I didn't particularly want that to happen. Oh, damn it, that's going to turn off one of my score mode. What? I was trying to hit that. So I'm back to 1.5 times score now because the opposing team member disabled one of the lights on that score multiplier. Oh God. Oh, damn it, now I'm not going to get any score multiplying. They've turned them both off now. So that's the match over. I mean, it looks good, although I don't think you can see quite as much of the pitch as you can in the Amiga original. It looks like you can't see quite as much anyway. Now it's the second leg of the same match. This is where we can beef up our team a bit more with any coins and so forth that we picked up during that previous bit. And the TRA, that's transfer market, so you can see who's available. So we can cycle through the available. Only 2. I can only afford one of these, so. A midfielder. What was the other one? Oh, they're both midfielders. So I'm going to decide which one to buy Roscop. So now Roscop is our new centre mid, and I can't afford the other, so I'll just have to escape here. I may as well do what I can, beefing up in the gym again. I can't beef up the. I may as well beef up the defence a bit. I can't beef them up anymore. I've maxed out for the time being. In order to be able to beef them up a bit more, I'll have to beef up the subs. Then and only then will the maximum being. But because I can't really do anything with just 15 in the bank, so we'll just escape and do the second half of the match, second leg of the match. There's my new man. Look how fast he is compared to who I had before. and every single team member has their own individual energy bar. Every time they get tackled, they lose a bit, and they'll be out of play if their energy bar is totally drained, and the opposing team actually get points for injuring players. Here's that man again. Oh God! Yeah, what a goal! And as in the Amiga version, you get the action replays of every time the goal is scored. Oh, it's just a shame that those speech samples cut out so early, so they don't settle the way they do. Maybe there was a space issue. Oh no! Get them away! Oh God! So it plays well, and everything seems to work okay. It's just a shame that the sound effects are such a letdown. You don't get the metallic clangs and stuff, and the moans of people and punching sounds as he beat them, as the players get beaten up. That's just nowhere to be seen in this. So you look how quickly that replay sample cut out. It's almost like it didn't quite finish him saying replay in the original. It's kind of shame it's got that kind of background noise, which makes the chop off even more obvious. Oh God! Oh no! They've heated it. They heated up the ball. I couldn't actually do it. Whenever the ball's heated up like that, any opposing players it touches, they will get automatically tackled by it. It's just a shame there's none of the meaty thwacking sound effects. I know I keep going on about it, but it does take away a lot of the atmosphere that the game would have had if the sound effects were quite figuratively, literally punchier. But they're not, and it's just such a shame. Yeah, I managed to pick up that Z icon there, which tackled all the opposing players, including their goalie. So it left an opening for me to get that goal just then. Oh, for goodness sake! Oh, there's another of those tackling. See, look how fast this guy is. I mean, those sound effects when you get tackled, it's just so weak. No, damn it, I threw it too hard. So that's the match over. So I'll leave it there then. The idea is that if the cup would be rinse and repeat until you either won the cup or got defeated after both legs of a match. So and there's the total score of both legs there. As you can see, if I were continuing, I'd be up against an even tougher team in the form of Steel Fury. Look at their strengths compared to mine. So they're even more beefed up than the Renegades. So that's Speedball 2 for the Sega MegaDrive or Sega Genesis if you're in the United States. I mean, if you'd never seen the original Amiga, if you've never seen the Amiga version, then you'd probably be satisfied with it. Anyone who's had had experience with the Amiga version, even fleetingly, is going to be left wanting by the disappointing sound effects, which does take away a lot of the iconic atmosphere compared to the Amiga version. So, graphics, everything visually is just as good as in the Amiga version. It has that classic Bitmap Brothers metallic look about everything, and the way things glint and so forth, and the animation's good as well, generally. Well, as good as it was going to get for a game of its time. I could clearly see what was going on pretty much the whole time. Scrolling's nice and smooth. Would have preferred it if you could see a bit more of the playing area. I think it might be slightly reduced compared to the Amiga version, which means you can't see so easily what's ahead of you. Sound. While it's commendable that you can have music playing during the match if you so wish, both the quality of the music samples and the sound effects is pretty disappointing. I mean, the speech samples are very clearly clipped at the end, and that replay one in particular is so noticeably clipped that it sounds like it actually cuts someone off before they've had a chance to properly naturally finish saying the word replay. And the famous ice cream that you heard in the Amiga version is also nowhere to be heard in this. I would have heard it by now if it were in this, I'm sure, but it's not. And generally the sound effects just don't do anything for me. And I know that the sound chip is of the Mega Drive is arguably inferior to that of the Commodore Amiga, but I think the general sound effects in the game could have been a bit meatier than that. Gameplay. Well, it plays really well. I can't fault the way it plays at all. Apart from the aforementioned problem with my suspicions that you can't see quite as much of the pitch as you can in the Amiga version, which reduces the amount of visibility around the player you're controlling. But other than that, it plays as well as expected. And I think anyone who enjoyed the Amiga version would probably still enjoy this, just not quite as much. Simply because the lackluster sound effects take away a lot of the atmosphere that made the Amiga version so endearing. So I'm going to give Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe on the Sega MegaDrive 7 out of 10. It plays well enough, but the weakness of the sound effects, coupled with the fact that the Amiga version would have been less pricey than the Mega Drive version, also counts against it. But it's still a good game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.